Will we meet any new types of bugs in EDF, The Shadow of New Despair? Or will it just be those weird TIE fighters with faces? Let's find out.
Yep. EDF 6 has actually been postponed as well. It was
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Coming out this summer.
Yep. Supposed to be out.
So we got plenty of time to beat this game.
Yep. I mean, if we go through like 5 missions, we'll get it done by then.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's the plan. 5 missions per sitting. It's the plan we've gone with so far. The room name has something about genitalia. There it is. Racetrack genitalia. Did they actually block the word genitalia?
They did!
Those cowards.
I don't know if I'm impressed or really disappointed in them. I'm certainly something. I'm yet to decide what it is.
2 weapons.
It's like they don't want us to teach people science.
Choose loadout.
Mothership is launching flying drones, appear to be targeting people indiscriminately. Terrifying slaughter machines, never tire, must be stopped.
That enough about me.
They will harvest all the bodies if we do not stop them.
That sounds like a familiar... Nah, I must be thinking of something else.
Yep. Nothing I want to remember.
No, you deleted that LP the first chance you got.
You can find it if you're resourceful.
Oh, okay, the Fusion Blaster is exceptionally powerful, but you basically only get one shot of it. Shoots out a continuous beam, and then you don't get to reload.
That is a bit of a problem. I want to check it later because, I mean, this character has weird reloading properties.
Yeah.
But sometimes I will be disallowed to reload things, and then later on I will be allowed to.
Yeah, some weapons are basically you get 5 shots and that's it. And I can't remember if it's in this one or if it is one of the other games. The Wing Diver gets... she's got like an energy bar, which I think it's the bar that your jump jets work on. And you can either use your jump jets or you can fire. And makes our gameplay way more complex than it needs to be.
Yep, for anyone following along at home, the energy bar is on the right hand side of the screen, the lower corner.
Yep. It's, as I said, like, if it was all of our weapons, it'd be like, oh, okay, fair enough. You know, you get to choose between mobility and defense and offense, but it's just like half of them.
Yeah.
Winds up feeling really inconsistent.
It's on the inconsistent side. Okay, Death Stars here. Blowing up the environment.
Yep.
Which does surprisingly little.
One thing I really like about these particular stages is, yes, the enemies are like a complete pain in the ass to actually try and hit, but the screen just winds up getting like so bright and dark at the same time. It genuinely looks like hell unleashed.
Yeah, it honestly has a pretty intense like environment throughout this whole game so far.
Yep.
It's supposed to be emulating like 50s horror movies, but it actually does way, way better with tension and good action scenes and stuff than any 50s movie ever did.
Yeah, to be honest, it kind of feels like what movies like The Happening really wanted to be. where it's just like, yes, we actually get to see the panic and the terror on the streets and like things blowing up for no reason,
Yeah.
rather than 2 hours of fucking Marky Mark. Nope.
And who wants that?
There are too many!
I don't think I'm too far away.
All the monsters are leaving to go see you now. I don't mind being dead. I just want to be able to see the monsters while I'm dead.
The only way I'll be able to make friends in real life.
This is a ludicrous number of monsters, too.
There we go.
Thank you.
I remembered which button it was this time.
Nice. If I'm not mistaken, it's circle,
Yep.
for future reference. I'll just fly through these million orbs. I imagine on stream this looks like just a glop of pixels. Because we are approaching like Vampire Survivors level of non-stop action bullshit.
At a certain point, the stream just turns into a slideshow.
Yep.
The most violent flicker book you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah, this is a mess. Trust me, I don't understand it any more than the viewers at home must.
I'm playing on a PS5 and it's starting to chug.
Honestly, it's pretty smooth on my PS4.
Rocket launcher is in position.
It's just so much crap all over the place.
Explosions and pink lasers, and every so often the sky will grow dark.
Yep. Chaos. Endless chaos. Chaos reigns.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, I need to pick up the house that Jack built this week.
Still haven't seen it.
There's one scene in it which I cannot watch because it features animal cruelty.
Oh, that
And-
Von Trier.
And it's just a bit too realistic for my liking.
Right.
Oh, you have the deads again. Oh, okay. I help.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll finish a mission dead. Proudly. I fought and died for this country.
Man, we should so get hold of Helldivers at some point. We can die for Super Earth.
Choose loadout. Wing divers can equip 2 weapons.
I got a new sniper rifle. It's much cheaper and does like no damage. My last sniper does 100 damage. This one does 0.4. Unacceptable.
It's really just a catapult that throws pizza crusts at people.
Seems like it. Ravager transport ships.
I haven't played Helldivers in forever. Wow, that brings back memories. Yeah, the big budget sequel just got released last week, I think it was. I think it was Friday.
That
and-
explains why I recently heard about it.
Yeah.
Because it's brand new.
Yep. Announcement of the sequel, I think, was at one of the big nerd proms end of last year. Came completely out of nowhere.
That brought all of the giant insects here. They won't get away with it. Go!
You got Corneria.
The ship. It is still dropping giant insects. They've already covered the Earth with giant insects. It's not enough.
I don't think this is the stage where we can actually start taking out the alien ships yet, but when it is, guess what their weak point is?
The Sphincter.
Give that individual a raise.
necessary to destroy the transport.
Yeah, it turns out the weak point of all these ships is the butthole.
And our commander just said it is not necessary to take out the transport ships. He's not strategically accurate, but for the sake of the mission, I guess we're not doing that.
Yep, this is in fact another bug hunt.
Yep.
Enemy's transport ship has entered.
Not new bugs, though. In fact, it's the least interesting bug possible so far.
Yep. Although they are starting to fire ant goop more often.
Yeah, it's something.
Also, annoyingly, I don't think the ants actually become vulnerable until they hit the ground.
Yeah, you might be right. I was attacking them while they were falling out of the ship, and nothing seemed to be happening.
Yeah.
The transport ship is dropping giant insects.
Wild Burger.
No super great, friend.
This game has abnormally good signage.
Really does.
Ravagers started dropping giant insects again. Are they trying to...
The company,
Deadly Premonition-esque in that way.
yeah, the company that does this, that makes the series Sandlot,
Probably they can't...
they put in like weird amounts of detail in places where you wouldn't expect it in all their games. When I was doing the Year of the Mecha with Ark last year, we wound up covering like 5 or 6 games by them. They do a lot of mech games. Some licensed, some basically mostly original. And yeah, like they love doing the weird quirky stuff.
It shows. I mean, the Wing Diver here is essentially a mech with no HP.
Yeah. Glass cannon, emphasis on the glass part.
Yep. Let's talk about this later. So yeah, with the default gun that this character had, that was like a sparkler, that went directly off of my energy bar.
Yeah.
Whereas this laser gun, it only affects my energy bar when it reloads. And I got hit with a missile.
That might have been my fault.
Clear in the face.
Okay, then it was definitely my fault.
Took out like my entire health bar all at once.
In fairness, that's like, what, 22 hit points?
It ain't much, that's for sure.
The annoying thing is that, like, you should, in theory, be able to boost your health dramatically by picking up the armor crates, but
Yeah.
you're never able to get all of them in a stage.
Right.
And I can't remember if it's in this one, or if they took it out for this one, but you can also, like, adjust the amount of health that you've got, so you can go into stages with less health. I don't know if that affects drop rates, or if it's just them being like, fuck it, no one else wants to do it, but, you know, they're crazy.
Make your own hard mode.
Pretty much. And considering the game's got,
Anti-accessibility features.
and considering the game's got like 7 difficulty modes, again, would not surprise me.
Interesting. So you've been making the rooms all along, so I don't even see the difficulty modes or anything like that.
It's all been on normal that we've been playing it. But I think it's normal, very easy, normal, hard, very hard. and I think the highest difficulty is called Inferno.
Watch me die.
Yep. Dante says you're a bitch.
Could just be a bug that gets him.
Punk ass motherfucker at the very, very lowest. So yeah, if you actually want to get any of the high level weapons, then you need to go to the higher difficulty settings, and they are no joke.
Yeah, I mean, even if you scaled up the monsters by like 10 HP each, that's like 1,000 monsters.
Yep.
That adds up to a whole ton.
Ready to shoot! Let me
One more bug.
Plasma drive is normal.
Jackie's saying armor pickups have like a ratio depending on the class. I believe the wing diver has to pick up 3 or 4 of them to increase their health by 1.
Brutal.
Yeah, that would explain a few things.
I picked up like 10 in this mission alone. Last enemy is inside the wall, but I can sort of hit it sometimes when it peeks out.
I can just about lock onto it, so you might want to get the hell out of the way.
Never.
Well, it is literally your funeral.
There goes the entire building full of civilians with no bug to worry about.
If they
Yeah,
if they run away, they're traitors. If they stay, they're well-trained traitors.
Armor says it raises strength.
Choose
I
loadout.
picked up a bunch of new crap there
Wing
because
divers can equip 2
all those little enemies can drop tons of stuff.
Yep. I don't know if it... I picked up quite a few weapon crates, and I don't know if it gives us both weapons if I do that.
Possibly. Could I get the homing weapon? Goes off of energy, so I can't fly as much if I'm wielding it.
And some of the weapons...
Long range laser.
Some of the weapons that you get is basically fly to the top of a building, park yourself there, and then fire.
Try this and replace the laser lance with
Wing divers can equip
something
2
else.
Grey 440, have you ever thought of voice acting? I don't think
I
I'm
mean-
allowed.
Everyone loves a Scottish accent, though.
Very true. Number of times that I've announced in a group, yes, I'm from Scotland, and then immediately had to follow up with, and if you want me to record me saying anything, I need the money up front first. Because inevitably the second I say that, someone will be like, oh, can you record yourself saying this for me? It's like, yeah, pay up.
The Ravager transport ship is in the sky. We can't let them continue to contaminate the Earth with giant insects.
It looks like
And I can't act. And also, I lose my voice constantly.
Looks like the motherships are vulnerable now, though.
Take that, Space Sphincter.
The transport ship!
Don't come this way!
Attack is ineffective! The armor is too thick!
Understood!
Oh man, the sight of this missile going into that exhaust port is really Freudian. Although, you
I don't know if we
saying
should be.
you saying that you can't act, watching some of the movies that I've been watching over the last year or two makes me feel a lot better about my acting talent.
True, yeah.
And my
I mean, I just watched all the Saw movies, and, like, some of the good Saw movies have atrocious acting.
Oh, 100%. Like, remember one of them, the woman from, I think, 5 or 6, the intro, won a contest to be in a Saw movie. She was the
She
best.
sure did. Yeah, like she has a cameo in the 7th movie, and she's actually like really, really good. She blows everyone else in that scene out of the water.
I think that's because she's the only one that has any kind of personality beyond sitting and clapping.
Yeah, unfortunately for her, Carrie Elways also steps up in that
Yeah.
scene. And yeah, he destroys that entire room. But
Yeah. Carrie Elwes being sarcastic and snarky, like, you had no chance.
yeah, he's actually really, really good in Saw 7.
It's a shame he only appears in, like, 2 scenes.
Oh yeah, he's in like 5 minutes of the movie overall.
Yeah. Apparently it's because he had some really big disputes with the producers of the original.
Sure did. He had to
Don't-
sue them.
Yeah. Don't know the specifics of it, to be honest. But yeah, that's why they constantly refer to his character throughout the entire thing, and he's like, money please? And they're like, nah.
Yeah, him and Danny Glover both had to sue the producers of Saw.
Yeah, weren't they given like 200,000 or something to appear in the film? And then when it, made all of the money ever, they were like, yeah, I don't really feel like we've been properly recompensed. Which, fair. Have you gotten to Saw 10? Because I think you said that you had it in your Blu-ray tray.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yep.
And yeah, I've seen it.
What did you think?
I hated it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I really hated it.
What was the big problem you had?
Well, I loved seeing John Kramer throughout the whole movie.
Yep.
It's about time they finally did that. But he was always like crying and melodramatic.
Okay.
And John Kramer is not a sympathetic gentleman.
No.
He's a serial killer. He's a very bad man. And they had to put him up against a literal Bond villain
Yep.
to make him look halfway decent by comparison.
It's one of the classic things of how do you make the protagonist, who is a terrible person, look good, and the only way you can really do that is by comparison.
Yep.
Although I will say that now that he's like pushing 80, he actually does look like a cancer patient. It's quite impressive.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely dressed him up a little to cancer him up. Because he's done like viral YouTube videos and stuff where he like goes to an actual Saw-themed haunted house
Yep.
and gets horrified by the traps and stuff.
I think he does a lot of stuff on Cameo as well these days,
Yeah,
which, easy money.
totally.
Like, kudos to the guy for working that out quickly.
Yeah. I really thought the whole reason that Saw has been revived is because of that meme Twitter account where they're like pointing out the absurdity of how silly the entire concept of Saw is.
I have not seen that account.
Really? It's like a super popular account.
I'll be honest, most of the accounts that I follow are cute cats doing horrible things.
This is like that.
Or cute cats getting into hijinks and scrapes. And
That is the best thing on Twitter, but yeah, the meme account is always like, "Hello, Kevin. In the box, you will find there is no box. God damn it, Amanda."
Oh yeah, I've seen some of them on YouTube.
Yeah,
Like the first one I ever saw, funnily enough, was hello. The room you are in has 1,000 purring kittens. You will have to be able to pet as many as you can in the time allotted. You will not be able to take any cats with you when you leave. Actually,
be a perfect confluence.
we kind of have a lot of kittens, so if you could take some, that would be great.
Yeah, that's totally what got Saw back on the map.
Wow.
is that fucking joke account. And it points out how silly the whole concept is, and then they make a movie based on those memes, and it's the most serious one in the entire series. It's so pretentious and up its own ass.
See, I don't know what it was, but I genuinely enjoyed it. And yeah, I think we talked about it when you said that you'd been getting into the Saw series. Was that when it came out in the cinema, everyone was like, "No, everyone's like, this is a really great film." And my first question was, "Okay, great for a Saw film, or actually good?" Because those are two very separate concepts, my friend. And everyone was like, "No, it's genuinely a really good film." And I was like, see, I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, critics liked it a lot because it is so pretentious and up its own ass and hyper melodramatic.
Yeah.
And I find that very frustrating. Like, the director is the guy who directed Saw 6 and 7, the cheesiest ones in the entire series.
Yeah, like 6 is one that everybody loves, but I cannot stand. Like,
the acting in 6 is probably the worst in the entire series.
oh, 100%. Like, that is... Like, I like the basic concept of fuck the healthcare system, because all it does is cause misery. Like, totally on board. We are literally, like, the way it was going then, I was like, we are literally one film away from John Kramer says ACAB, which kind of technically he did to begin with, but, you know, neither here.
Yeah, the series says ACAB constantly throughout.
Yeah, all the cops are either incompetent or on the take. And I'm like, you know what? Kudos. But yeah, like, I just, the guy, the main character is just so terrible. I cannot stand 6, and yet for some reason it's one of the most popular ones in the series, and it baffles me as to why.
I mean, it really is the pretension of the premise.
Yeah.
And I think it earns it. I think it's overall a pretty good Saw movie, but it's definitely not nearly as good as it is often rated.
Yeah.
I saw a top 10 list of which are the best Saw movies, and that one was like number 3, which is ridiculous.
Wow. What was number 1, just out of interest?
It was Saw 2, with which I do agree. Saw 2 is, in my opinion, the best Saw movie.
See, for my money, the first one is still the best in the bunch.
A lot of people do say that as well, and I don't blame them.
Fundamentally, it is just a psychological thriller more than anything. Just an exceptionally gory one, and like it's never quite gotten back to that kind of level, which is disappointing. But
yeah,
the thing that really killed me about Saw 10 though is like the movie ends with, you know, John and Amanda walking off arm in arm into the sunset to go and commit
after giving
50
a
more murders.
poor Mexican child $1 billion.
Yeah, and then
it was so fucking cheesy. I was disgusted.
And then you remember that immediately after this, they go out and kill like 70 more people, and that's just wonderful.
70? John Kramer is responsible for the deaths of hundreds after that point.
It's like, yes, this is your happily ever after ending with 2 psychotic mass murderers.
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing a point or 6 here.
It was finally their chance to like have Amanda and Jigsaw together, because she dies way too fast in the series.
Yeah, that was one thing that they said that they'd always wanted to, like, if they could do a do-over. Like they were always like, we feel like we killed Amanda way too quickly, which
I mean, Saw 3 was supposed to be the closer.
Yeah. Because
Lei 1L just wanted to end the series.
Yeah.
But the producers did not, so they didn't.
Producers were like, okay, but consider the following: money.
Yeah.
Fine, can you just put me on as like an executive producer or something, and just every like 9 months just fire another couple of $1 million into my bank account? Guess you can go and do whatever you want then.
I'm glad I saw 10, but I fucking hated it. I hated it so much.
I'm genuinely surprised.
Yep, I was surprised too. I really thought I would like it,
Yeah.
but it's my dead last favorite Saw movie.
See, for me, dead last would need to be Jigsaw. It is,
Yeah, Jigsaw I saw in its entirety recently, and it was very bad.
yeah, it is genuinely the worst film in the series. And it's like they're trying to, the entire film, they're trying to force a catchphrase for a series that only ever really has had one. And it's like,
Game over.
okay, two.
I want to play a game.
But yeah, they keep trying to force that I speak for the dead thing as a catchphrase, and it's like, literally why?
Yep. Those writers, they finally left the series. They wrote Jigsaw and Spiral and Saw 10, and I consider all three of those movies real shitty. But they're finally off the series. They're gone.
Yeah. I've just absolutely no idea where they're going to go with 11 now, because unless they start doing more interquels, there is literally nowhere for the series to go without, like... Because the original idea for the final trilogy was the Jigsaw would essentially become like a societal cancer, with people taking up his mantle willy-nilly. And when I heard that, I was like, I always had this idea of like a very dark sort of future where the police have essentially been replaced by like the cult of Jigsaw or something. And I always thought that would be a really cool like finale for the entire thing. Because if you look at the original posters for Saw 7, it's a big sort of statue of John Kramer being built, which is kind of like meant to represent how he is being built up as almost like a new god of this world, which I always thought would be a really good idea to take the series. So unless they go that route or they start doing more interquels, I have no idea where they're going next, because everyone associated with Kramer is dead by the end.
Yep. I mean, I could see some stuff working as a spin-off, but otherwise they're probably just going to have to stick with movies that take place between the original septology.
I think by the end, the only named character in the series that really matters that's still alive is Dr. Gordon.
Technically, yeah. I don't think they show Hoffman's death, do they?
Yeah, they do. His head gets split in half.
Right.
The reverse bear trap.
No, he survives that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I would say he dies again.
I think Saw 7 ends with him just getting kidnapped by Dr. Gordon, but you don't see his death. That's my recollection.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, and completely forget. I remember... Yeah, that's right, because Jill, that's the only time we actually see the reverse bear trap go off properly.
Yep.
It's like, it took us seven movies and over a decade, but we got there in the end, folks.
With 3D teeth flying at the camera.
Yeah, apparently...
Love Saw 7.
Apparently there is a edit of it to color correct all the really shitty blood effects. Because the reason why it looks like everyone's throwing strawberry syrup at the screen is apparently the blood effects don't work properly in 3D. They have to be this sort of weird pink color.
That would explain a lot, because, yeah, the blood was very, very pink in that movie.
Yep, it looks like something from Danganronpa.
Oh, we're beating these ants.
Yeah, I think...
I got exploded again.
I think I picked completely the wrong kind of rocket launcher for this stage, because the air torque is incredibly powerful. The missiles move at about 2 miles an hour.
Are we just running in circles getting these ants? Are we supposed to take down the spaceships that are not open?
supposed to take down the ships as they disgorge the ants.
Right.
And yeah, with my rocket launcher, I should be able to take them out in like 3 hits. But the tracking on the missile is so slow.
Right.
Yeah, there you were talking.
Because I killed the first one with a sniper rifle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you might actually be in a better position to take out the ships than me.
I can follow them pretty easily. I cannot fire while flying.
Yeah.
It takes too much energy to do both at the same time.
You're definitely causing it some damage because you can see the fire effects coming out the bottom.
Oh, yeah. They know I'm here.
Should probably maybe get ahead of it and wait for it to come towards you and then just start unloading on it.
Yeah. It sucks because the first one that I blew up never closed. The weak spot just stayed open the entire time.
Yeah. See, the problem is that my shots only have a limited range, and they just kind of vanish into the ether by the time it actually gets anywhere near them.
Yeah.
And as I said, the rocket launcher I've got, if it would actually move quickly, would be more than capable of destroying them in like 3 hits.
If only you could fly.
Yep.
Can't imagine having to do this mission without a wing diver on your team.
Yeah, first time I played this, because I played most of the other games as the standard grunt. I was like, let's go play through with the wing diver, because the fencer is like ridiculously slow, and the support class is literally just a support class, and you don't want to be doing that in a single player game.
That makes sense.
Play through, I think I got about 3/4, maybe 2/3 of the way through, as the wing diver, and honestly these stages were just a complete breeze.
I wouldn't call it a breeze, but it definitely seems much more manageable this way.
Yeah.
There we go. Second one down.
I think there's one more.
Yep, follow the trail of ants. Still don't get why they closed their weak spot. I mean, I know why strategically, but from a gameplay design perspective, that weak spot should just always be open.
Yeah.
Also, our allies should be helping with this.
Okay.
Lazy jerks.
Yeah, this is one of those games where the allies don't understand the difference between shooting at a target and hitting it.
We defeated it. Release power. Okay.
Classic military jarheads.
Yep.
At least I have enough range on my sniper that I can pretty much just stand here, and I think I can hit this ship from anywhere.
Nice. I'm just literally following behind it, clearing up the ants. I am a glorified broom.
Yep. Probably plenty of pickups and stuff to grab while you're down there.
Mostly health. I'm probably going to come out of this with quite a bit more health, please. There's been a lot of armor pickup, not too many weapons. I don't know if they kind of cut that off after a while.
Maybe.
Just to stop you from power leveling.
Damn you, USS Enterprise. It's about ready to die.
the fencer team.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know if we're Roger team.
Release power. Okay.
I'm the one who's doing like all the work in this mission, so whatever team I'm on should be what the commander is promoting and giving $1 million to.
Okay. All systems check.
Well, I'm team super awesome, spectacular, and everyone should bake me 9 lasagnas.
I'm Team Garfield. And I hate Mondays. There it goes. Get out of space, you aliens.
We got one.
Now do we gotta kill the rest of the ants?
I don't think so.
You'd think they would just shut down the mission after how long it took to kill those goddamn ships.
Yep. Does look pretty when it's falling, though.
Yeah. We killed this one way, way higher up, so it is got a long way to go.
Yep, he's
Long, long time till touchdown.
moving.
Not a lot of gravity here on Earth, apparently.
Nah, I've never seen a spaceship move at a speed you could describe as an amble.
Yeah.
Intercept the psionic link. Yes.
The lazy spaceship. And I'm gonna hang out on it. Ride it straight to the ground. I earned it.
Okay, General Ripper.
And it landed on my head. Let's kill this last ant.
And also, surprisingly, it did not drop a damn thing.
Yeah, I don't think any of the ships have. Man, this last ant did not come to play. It is all the way at the other end of the map.
That's one of the reasons why I usually bring like a homing rocket launcher with me, because those things track for miles.
Right. Speaking of which, I've got a homing weapon. Let's try it out. It blows a lot of stuff up. Gotcha.
We've confirmed Ravager's battle machines are coming ashore.
Sir, yes, sir.
They are bipedal robots.
Oh, if this is the stage I think it is, then this next one's kind of cool.
We can't let it come on land. This
New enemy type?
to the shore.
If it is what I think it is, yes.
Sounds like it must be.
I believe we are going to start fighting kaiju now.
Oh my. The ants are going to form into a Voltron. Look at all this crap we collected.
Yeah. It must actually count for both of us, because I've got 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 13 different items.
Yeah, and I didn't pick up much at all, so...
And yeah, you've got 56 armor as well, so it must count for both of us.
Hell yeah.
That's much fairer than I thought it was.
Choose loadout.
Yeah.
Wing divers can equip 2 weapons.
Mid-range electroshock weapon. Oh wait, what's Pandora?
Loadout. Wing
Is it a briefcase with 666 different forms?
No, it's the third Splinter Cell game.
Ah, that explains it.
I'll tell you about
That explains why I'm not interested in it.
deploying.
Infantry units, the tanks will support.
Death Star's back.
Yep. Thankfully, it's not a primary target.
Ranger 2, commencing attack.
There they are. There's Evangelions in the water.
Yep. Hectors, they're called.
Ranger 6, Roger.
Wing Diver 7, attack! Wing Diver 8, attack!
Unfortunately, we also have like hundreds upon hundreds of smaller support units, so...
We'll see about that.
Be careful, because I am launching missiles like a crazy person.
So I don't even know what's hitting me. Friendly fire, enemy fire. Could be anything.
momentarily.
Not sure my homing weapons are particularly effective. They get some kind of reaction.
Seems like
Maybe that's enough.
2, maybe 3 of these missiles takes out Hector.
Not bad. I'll focus on the weaker enemies then.
Yep. Not a bad idea. Thing is, though, they move so slowly.
Yeah.
By the time it actually makes contact with one, I've already got a lock and fired like 2 more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how my homing weapon was sort of working as well.
As I said, it's one of the major failings of especially the later EDF games is that it takes so long to get better weapons. If you get multiples of the same kind, they do get powered up, but not to any degree that you'd really notice. I think it is literally just like
Okay.
0.1% more damage.
Yeah. Sure, that adds up quickly,
Eventually, yeah.
especially with all my rapid fire stuff.
Suits and sword defenses are weak. We need to be careful.
Well, the big guys can definitely take a beating.
Yep.
There are many Hectors approaching.
And here come a bunch more.
The Ravager battle machines are approaching. Are you ready?
Okay, Ravagers.
Ranger 5, Roger.
Think those are the USS Enterprises?
Wing Diver 8, systems go, and ready to fight.
Or are they just the horrible face TIE fighters?
Ravagers are just the alien species as a whole.
Ah, right.
Headquarters to ground units. The air raid is beginning.
Here I am trying to decipher this game's language when it has done.
Beginning air raid.
Honestly, if it's not a spider, I don't care.
Yep. And even then they call spiders like reptariuses.
Various,
What the hell does that mean?
See, I genuinely wondered if it wasn't like a pun on the class of gladiator that used a net.
The air raid will begin again.
'Cause this
Could
is,
be.
this is just the kind of game that would be nerdy enough to do something like that.
Yourselves from the enemy.
A wing diver jumped in front of me while I was firing homing missiles and blew us both up.
How did that work out for her?
We both went flying and rolling and spinning.
Oh, if it makes you feel any better, I just got juggled halfway across the map by a Hector.
We have that in common. And I have 1 HP.
Oh, wow. You may want to come over in my direction just in case.
I think I'm doing that. Yeah, there you are.
Damage to the enemy with the air raid.
We need a commander.
You have Air Force support.
Steak for dinner tonight.
Nice.
Guess he's gonna cook up these robot people.
Yes, give me some of that tasty robot meat.
Okay, staying at a safe distance for now. It's actually effective.
I don't think you can be damaged by the actual explosions when they die, but do not under any circumstances hold me to that because I have been wrong in the past.
Yeah. They look cosmetic. I've gotten pretty close to them so far, so
Yeah. Like the
not too
little,
worried about it.
the little spaceships, they're definitely cosmetic.
Yeah. The real problem is the wing divers keep, like,
It seems that much
jumping right in my face right as I'm attacking with explosives.
Put yourself say?
They are quadruped fortresses. They are already heading to this area and beginning the...
Not ordinarily having a
It's the biggest and
high-flying woman with a metal skirt just dumping her butt in my face would be a good thing. But today is not that day.
Yep. Today, it's a tragedy.
From vicious giant insects who have once again come back.
Unleash all our forces, we will cut them any slack.
Shut up, EDF. Not D-Day. If it were D-Day, then those guys would be the Allies, and we would be the Axis.
I think I just got a really good new weapon.
Choose
The one I'm
loadout.
thinking of.
Wing divers can equip 2 weapons.
Got Mirage Zero.
Yes, I've got the ricochet gun.
Sounds useful.
It's depending on the map, it's either incredibly useful or utterly pointless. Your bullets literally are you just basically fire energy super balls.
Can I hit multiple enemies, or how's the ricochet work?
Double check.
We'll find out.
Giant insects are appearing one after another in the urban areas. It seems as though they're...
I remember this gun being really good.
They were making roads safely underground.
A large number of holes were found in urban areas. It seems like these are exits from the tunnels that lead to the nests.
It's like my Thunderbow has a wide area of effect and fairly high damage, so
To destroy the tunnel exits.
good for ants.
This stage we have to take out the nests.
Insects. We found the exit.
Interesting.
Hurry and destroy it.
Point blank explosion's always the best way.
I mean, if you're not strapping a brick of C4 to your head and headbutting all your troubles away, I don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. It's the EDF way.
According to Drakey, watch the lightning, it can bounce back and hurt you.
So now all my weapons can hurt me as well. The character with no HP.
Tactical suicide diver.
Apropos of nothing, just the concept of the ants made me think about the fact that I've been watching Duckman lately.
I have not seen that in years.
I had never seen it at all. I always wanted to watch it when it was new,
Yeah,
but I could never figure out what time it was on.
yeah. For some reason, it was shown on here at BBC Two at 11, 12, 1 in the morning on weekends. Which is surprising because there's so many shows that we didn't get, and we get fucking Duckman. Baffling.
Only the finest for BBC.
But yeah, one of Jason. In fact, I would go so far as to say it's Jason Alexander's best role.
Whoa.
I am the guy who didn't like Seinfeld. Come at me, bro.
It's surprising how similar it is to Seinfeld,
Very much so.
with
Yeah.
the character being detestable and pathetic.
Detestable, pathetic, and everyone speaking 300 words per second.
Oh yeah. Good God, the dialogue is fast on that show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Exit somewhere else. They are appearing one after another from underground.
I acquired it legally with money that I earned. No, I didn't. I downloaded it because the DVDs weren't available in the UK, and if I wanted to import them from the US, they were long out of print, and people were selling them for about 300 per season. So fuck you.
Brutal.
Make
The
it.
fucked up thing is they're back in print now, so
Yeah.
I mean, good choice.
No, this. I think I downloaded it 10, 15 years ago because it was one of those
Yeah.
things. I was like, I remember really liking this. And yeah, never actually got around to watching more than like 3 episodes.
Yeah, no one's been uploading anything lately. So I'm looking for old 90s shows to watch.
Oh, we should definitely talk. I have more than a few of those. Talking, I know.
Well, Duckman is like perfect because it's got a lot of political satire. It's very, very funny and it's very unique.
Yep.
There's never quite been a show like it.
Yeah, it's, to be honest, the closest show that I can think of would ironically be Rugrats, and that's mainly because it shares an art style with it.
Yeah.
The Klasky Chupo style, which you either accept or recoil viscerally from.
Oh, it's absolutely disgusting to behold.
Yeah.
It's one of the ugliest shows I've ever seen.
It's like pre-Ren and Stimpy, which is weird.
I'm pretty sure Ren and Stimpy was on before Duckman.
Yeah, I think well, the thing was John Kay was very kind of like he wanted everyone to break the rules, but he was also like, my style is my style, and fuck you if you think you're going to use it for anything that I'm not involved with. And yet it looks like it could easily have been like a guest episode of Ren and Stimpy.
Yep. What are the odds John Kay would be a hypocritical dickhead?
Again, shocking, but, you know, he's never met a standard that he never found himself wanting. But yeah, I just remember watching it. I think it was probably about 10 or 12 when it came out, give or take. And being like, I get half of these jokes, and the ones that I don't, I'm not sure I'm supposed to because I'm not American.
Yeah, there's no way I got any of the jokes when I was originally watching Duckman.
Yeah, just the one where I think it's the aliens mistake his son for the Messiah.
Haven't gotten that far yet.
One of the last lines in it is a movie reference that I would not get for about another 20 years. And I'm fairly certain there's quite a few references to Frank Zappa because they got his son to voice Ajax.
Yeah, the first episode is dedicated to Frank Zappa.
Yep.
He also did their music.
Like, he did
the original music for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was literally one of the last pieces of music he ever wrote in his life.
Yeah, it was very, very close to his death. And I'm just disgusted that jumping spiders would have a nest. What the hell?
A nest that they apparently share with ants. Did they get it on, like, timeshare or something?
Yeah. Adult jumping spiders living in peace with ants. And one another, for that matter.
I feel like we could.
You can't put two jumping spiders next to each other. They will definitely eat each other.
Where's Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson to write a song about this when you need them?
Seriously.
Why did you join the EDF?
Did you just take a pot shot at me?
I would never. There's no way I've wrapped up every single mission by trying to kill all the other EDF guys.
Yeah, one of those EDF guys is me, you jerk.
Well, that's 5 missions.
Yep. We're not finishing this anytime soon.
Nay. What are there, like 60 or something?
Something like that. Yeah, I forget the exact number, but it is like way up there. Thankfully, the majority of them, like, there's a few boss encounters. Like, I think the next one is could technically be classed as a boss encounter.
Yeah, what I'm seeing in the preview image here is looking like some kind of unique monstrosity.
Yep. But yeah, the majority of them, assuming that, like, you know, the mothership level that we went through, they are excluded. Most of them you can get through in like 15 minutes. Some of the boss encounters are much more harder, more difficult, more harder. What the fuck, brain? So yeah, those ones take considerably longer, but other than that, most of the missions, 10 minutes, done.
Well, we'll see what this big shiny lump is all about next week, I guess.
Yep.